Bitcoin, what is it, why is it, and why the heck am I, a gaming channel, talking about it? To be frank, I kinda got into the crypto rabbit hole lately and something insane happened today. Well, yesterday. For any of you who don't know, Bitcoin is about to be approved or denied being traded in the stock market regularly by the Securities and Exchange Commission, or for short SEC. But what does this whole financial jargon mean? Take note that I did not learn finance and probably everything I say in this video is going to be wrong, so don't act on anything. Let's start with what is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a type of virtual currency like dollars or euros that isn't backed by a country, meaning if there will be a bad management of the country or a catastrophe like war or a natural disaster, the price will not plummet because it's decentralized as opposed to regular currencies that will lose their value due to being centralized in one country and backed by one country. You probably heard of inflation. That's it. When the money your country is using becomes less valuable, the cost of goods increase, while usually the salaries stay at the same height. This is due to worldwide trade. There are lots of types of inflation and reasons, but we are not here to talk about that, which on its own could be a video, but then I'm better off opening a finance channel where I vent about those stuff. Anyways, back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was valued at the beginning at pretty much $0, and at its peak it reached $69,000.
Nice.
So, as you can imagine, an investment of $10 would have made you a couple hundreds of millions. This type of lunacy only comes once in a civilization's lifespan, so unless you expect a nuclear war in the coming weeks, don't hang your hopes in the second coming of Bitcoin. But who knows? You might invest in the next Dogecoin. Now, let's jump back to the present. Bitcoin was and still is considered an illegitimate stock in the eyes of many investors, advisors, and companies with lots of money. It's extremely volatile and can make or break investors in minutes. They don't want to invest theirs nor their clients' money in it due to the given risk. But that is all about to change. That's right, there is going to be a country run by Bitcoin, with Bitcoin cars, Bitcoin buildings, and Bitcoin people. Its name is Bitland, and just kidding, no Bit country in the foreseeable future. But there is going to be a development that will have brokers donating their hard-earned money to me. Hopefully. The only way until now to get Bitcoin was diving into the rabbit hole of crypto, opening a wallet and investing there. Gambling your savings away, or investing in trust funds revolving around Bitcoin. But then you don't really own Bitcoins. There is going to be a decision tomorrow, or today, about giving companies permission to open and trade in spot ETF of Bitcoin. ETF or exchange traded fund are simply fancy words saying that instead of buying shares of multiple companies on your own, someone wrapped it in a basket for us to make it easier. ETFs are traded on the stock market, which is where the real money is. Now, don't get me wrong, the global crypto market cap is about 1.7 trillion, but the traditional exchange market is worth over $100 trillion. So, if the ETF is going to be approved, traditional investors will be able to invest in Bitcoin and the price will most likely rise up rapidly, at least in theory. That being said, a couple of hours ago there was a tweet from the SEC's official Twitter account saying that the ETF was approved. What I did was pull my money out of the other coins and even Bitcoin and buy into Bitcoin again on a 100x position. This is called leveraging, and it's making your profits and losses higher by the set amount. And if you're anything like me, especially losses. Meaning, if you have a 100x leverage and the coin goes up by 1%, you doubled your money. Since this ETF is such a huge event on which I was fixated for a couple of days in the past few weeks, I knew and waited for the time it will be approved to do this exact action. I was driving home after hanging out with friends and then I saw it. The Twitter post at 4:11 in the noon that said BTC ETF approved. I immediately stopped the car on the side of the road and rushed to sell my assets and rebuy at 100x leverage. Those 3 words meant it's finally done. All I need to do now is sit back and relax as I see my portfolio go to the moon. I made $5, then $25 in a couple of seconds, but then it went down. Oh boy, how much it went down. Bitcoin rose to nearly 48,000, then crushed to 44,000, losing me couple hundreds of dollars in the process. No worries, if the ETFs approve, the big companies are supposed to buy, right? Right? Well, only it wasn't approved. The Twitter account of the SEC got hacked, and someone managed to fool the entire world of investing, and made my money too disappear. It feels like there should be a lesson in here, but you can only learn so much from the most trusted source in the world getting compromised at such a critical time. The only thing I learned is to activate two-factor authentication, because if it was activated, the incident would have never happened. So you, watching, go activate two-factor authentication on everything right now. It might be annoying to have to go through the process of logging in every time, but believe me, you do not want to lose your money and privacy over such a simple thing. That's about it. I had to vent about it somewhere and I wanted to do a commentary for a long time. Anyways, thanks for watching. I tried something different, so if you liked it, please do tell me so in the comments. Remember, if the SEC fumbles, so can you. And I'll see you on the next one.